Hello and welcome once more to Southend TV, where today we've got a really interesting situation for you, because sitting on my left, I term him entrepreneur. It's James Sinclaire. James, welcome to Southend TV. Have I got your title correct?
Yeah, that'll do. Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure.
You're welcome. And of course, if you're from the Southend area and you've got younger children or children perhaps of any age, you may well know one of James's great success stories. My grandchildren are often taken by their parents down the road to Southwood and Ferrers to visit Marsh Farm. So a good starting point for us, James. Tell us about Marsh Farm and how you got involved with it and where it came from initially.
So Marsh Farm Animal Adventure Park is one of the earliest tourist attractions in the country. It's about 33 years old. We took over about 4 years ago from Essex County Council. It was in a situation where it was losing money, and the team at Partyman and I moved in, and we turned it around. We've invested a lot of cash in there and got a great team in there, and we're now moving forward. We've sort of doubled the visitor numbers, added far more activity to the offering. People are now staying all day and coming back again and again and again. And the reason I had a big affection with Marsh Farm, because when I was sort of 17, when I was doing magic and children's entertainment, which I still do now for some people, I was doing it at Marsh Farm over the summer holidays, and so I always, it's a dream come true to be able to own the place and, make it a great day for families.
I know particularly my grandchildren love this sort of time, the early part of the year, when the lambs are lambing, and it's that sort of side, the animal side of it, which of course is a great attraction, isn't it?
Yeah, but the animal side of it definitely is, what people want when they the reason they go there for sure. And we're doing lambing right now, so we're doing.
But it's not the only thing, because I've seen your website, and your website is a very, very busy website. In fact, I got sort of confused as to what's going on here, there. You've got so many things going off at Marsh Farm.
Yeah. So certainly. The reason people go is for the animals, but the reason they stay is because we need to give them a full day out that entertains them for the whole day. I mean, if you watch children around animals, they'll, they can only be entertained for so long looking at animals. So then we have to do a talk about the animals, or an animal demonstration, or or interpretation. Then we've got large play areas. We've got two theatres on site, and a team that are really motivated and giving people a really good full fun day out.
So that's Marsh Farm, but that's only part of what you do.
Yeah,
Tell us some more.
So we've got a chain of day nurseries. We've got a day nursery at Marsh Farm now as well. We've got a day nursery in Lakeside Shopping Centre and in Basildon, and we're actively looking to open more around the country. We own a splash and little theme park in Eastbourne.
Goodness me.
And then Partyman World, which is probably what a lot of people in Essex will certainly know us for, which was our indoor play centre brand, which was the first sort of attraction that we went into from doing just an entertainment business.
And what goes on there?
So they're giant indoor play centres, all with stages. We do birthday parties there. The one in Basildon's got a laser arena as well.
And what's your target age group for those, would you say?
It's similar to Marsh Farm. We attract from sort of babies right up to just before they go to secondary school. Maybe Marsh Farm is from babies up to maybe 9, maybe 10 at a push. That's pretty much, we're very much a key stage 1, possibly key stage 2 sort of business in terms of primary school children and some juniors.
I always like asking entrepreneurs, that's very good, but what do you do exactly?
So what do I do? Now, I suppose I do a lot of speaking for business. I get invited to events and help entrepreneurs. I've got another business called the Entrepreneurs Network, which is a business training organisation that helps UK entrepreneurs soar to success. And I'm actively involved in that. I do all the future stuff for Partyman, so our vision of where we're going to take the future. And I work closely with our operations team to look after existing. So that, that's a very big part of my day job as well. I write articles, write books now. I write a book called The Millionaire Clown. I'm in the throes of just doing a second book called The Experience Business. That's me nowadays.
So can I ask you, what do you do in your spare time?
Spare time. I've got a son now, little Harvey. He's only 5 weeks old, so
You're taking to Marsh Farm?
Not yet, not yet. And so me and Natty look after him. I do write a lot in my spare time. I mean, I'm not a gifted writer. I have to force myself to do it. But we produce a magazine for entrepreneurs every month, so I have to do articles for that and the books. And I do a lot of video content for our Entrepreneurs Network business training stuff. So it's a membership organisation for entrepreneurs. I do a lot of marketing and ideas for Partyman and Twizzletops and Marsh Farm, and you know, so I even in my spare time, I'm very on. You know, entrepreneurs have got a disease where they don't switch off, as I say. So I'm on those things even at spare time. It's just...
Well, I'm sure our viewers will be very interested in learning more. So can you tell them, just look across there at the camera and tell viewers, if you're interested in looking at any of the activities that James Sinclaire, entrepreneur as I say, is involved in, which might be of benefit and help to yourselves, this is how to contact him. James.
Okay, so I suppose for Partyman, it's partymanworld.co.uk and marshfarm.co.uk for our leisure attractions in Essex. If you're thinking about entrepreneurial activities, every Friday I release what I call my Friday video, which is a little lesson on business. You can get that at entrepreneurs-network.co.uk. It's absolutely free. We've got a Facebook group as well called Entrepreneurs Network where I post videos and little lessons and bite-sized bits and bobs to go there. And they're the main ones really, or partyman.co.uk will centralise you and get you to everywhere.
James, we've explored your businesses, we've explored the situation and the wide range, and you've good enough to tell us that you started off with, amongst other things, Marsh Farm, which had been going for 33 years. But one of the things that we've probably not explored is James Sinclaire, the individual. Tell us, where did you start from? Your business career?
Well, at 15 years old, I started doing mobile discos. And then I started doing kids' parties, and I created this thing called Jimbo The Partyman, which sort of...
Not Mr. Tumble.
No. Jimbo The Partyman, which was sort of catapulting me into doing the things that I wanted to do with the party man that went down the road. So I started doing kids' parties. I was doing about 15 a week when I was 16 years old, all round Essex. I had drivers, and I had a van that had Jimbo on it, and big lights that flashed on it, and speaker systems, and I started doing massive amounts of birthday parties. Built a children's entertainment agency which became the biggest in the country. We was doing sort of 9,000 birthday parties a year with other entertainers going around the country. I was doing a big chunk of them as well, and we built an entertainment agency. I was doing kids parties in a different way, doing big giant magic tricks that were usually done for adults but for kids. So I'd get inside a balloon, make kids levitate, make it snow, do some real big stuff, and I started to balloon and in a fun and active way where I'd entertain adults as well as the children, and that got me really quite known because sort of 15 years ago that was a bit, oh my god, she's entertaining the whole family, not just the children.
Yeah.
And that was a USP which allowed me to get real loyal customers, so that when we opened the first Partyman we was fully booked, and that's helped me do other things. I still entertain at Marsh Farm in our theatre. People know me as Jimbo, especially in Essex, Jimbo The Partyman. I've done loads and loads of stuff for that. So that's where it all started. Left home very young. I left home I was about 17, so I had to work, I had to survive.
Make your own way.
And I started buying property, and that's how the business I could leverage off of that within a few years.
So it started with children's entertainment.
Yeah, I was in effect a clown, but more a magician. But I call it a clown because it's for
escalated
it's a bit of an ironic story.
to property.
Yeah, so I bought like a house when I was 18, rented it out, another one when I was 19, another one when I was 20, then remortgaged that, and that gave me the funds to start Partyman World 1.
Where will it end?
I want us to be a national brand. We employ 300 people now, so I think we're well on the way to doing more and more. We get opportunities all the time. It's just having the ability to say yes to the right ones and not the wrong ones, and I think that's a real danger of an entrepreneur, is to always do the new rather than the successful, and that's a real thing that I try and push myself to do, concentrate on the successful and not just do new all the time.
Obviously business was in your DNA.
Yeah.
You started very young. Was that did you turn your back on further education, or were you saying, look, I don't need any more of this at this stage, I need to be going out in that area? What was your, what I'm really trying to get at, what was your relationship with education?
So I do believe the more you learn, the more you earn.
Sure.
As a business owner, but I do not believe in just going to educate yourself for wasting time. So if you want to become a doctor or a vet or a solicitor or a lawyer or an accountant, sure, go to university. If you want to be an entrepreneur, nothing will sort you out other than actually going and starting up a little micro business and learning stuff. So as a kid's entertainer, that was a sole trader micro business that taught me, all the complications of business. And then when I wanted to scale it up, I already knew a lot of stuff. But I read books all the time, business books all the time. I'm reading, I was reading until 3 last night. I've got a new baby, so I was up, so I was reading that. I read other people's books all the time. I'm always on Audible, so I'm learning, and I've got loads and loads of mentors. Not a particular one mentor, but loads of people that I like to learn from. Study successful people. So I do my own education. That is real stuff that I can actually put to work. Yeah, that's my view on it. No, I've not been to university. Do I believe in university for the right individuals that have a vision of where they want to go to and they need it to market to their vision? If it's just to waste time, then that's not for me. It might be for other people, but it's not for me.
Let me tell you, if you're interested at all in business and you're not inspired by this chap, nothing will inspire you. Absolutely magnificent. Thank you very much, James. Lovely to see you, and all the best for the future.
Okay, thank you very much.